that works. But now I'm like in a Peter Jackson Hobbit horror inspired scene. This isn't gonna work. I was trying to not to start another video off complaining about shutter speed, but you know, it's kind of dark in here because rain. It's finally raining here in Paris, which has been kind of overdue. We've needed it. It's been nothing but blue skies for a long time, which I know most people are all about those clear blue skies. Wanting to take, I gotta stop this. Hold on. What was I saying? Despite the fact that clear blue skies are kind of like the thing everybody talks about wanting and loving and so on and so forth, I like a little bit of cloud because, you know, it diffuses the light a little bit and gives you something to look at overhead, and there are a number of reasons to like it. Also, speaking of overhead, a little bit of cloud cover helps to keep from totally roasting my noggin, and that's something to consider. When you have hair, which, believe it or not, I spent most of my life with hair, you don't really think about sun on the top of your head. When you put sunscreen on, it's just on this part of your head, not this part. I've had sunburns on the top of my head. They are not pleasant. They hurt a lot. So anyways, it's just nice to have a cool couple of days. It's going to be a very hot summer here. It's already been getting up close to the 90s. And it's just the beginning of June. So today, I'm going to take advantage. Here's the thing. I had planned until today, and maybe we could still get away with it, but I don't know that it's a smart idea for two reasons. One, I was gonna break out the wheel. I need to start working up my wheel endurance again. It roasts the old footies quite badly, and I haven't been using it lately because for two reasons. One, I'm lame, I guess, and for two, in the past I would use the Metro to take it into town and then ride it around and then use the Metro to come back. Just because spending 30 to 40 minutes on it to get somewhere before even starting my day. It's kind of trying on the old lower body. Just the joints and the small muscles that you don't know exist. It's weird. The second reason, of course, is because the rain is not a huge deal with it, but if it rains enough, then it could be a big deal. And also for equipment, for filming, it's kind of tricky to film in the rain. I take some risks with that. How do I get back into the gate? Oh, my camera. Oh, crap. Bouchon's usually a wise voice in my ear reminding me that a lot of this equipment's not waterproof and I should probably be careful. And the other reason not to bring the wheel is if I'm going to film and wheel, I also have something waiting for me down at the Peloton, something I've been wanting for a really long time that James got me, I think. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. So if I'm going to carry a box home and a wheel through the Metro and somehow film all that, you can see how this gets complicated. I'm just trying to give reasons why I'm not going to use the wheel. I don't know why I feel like I need to make a big excuse about this. And also, actually, maybe today's the day to look into the champagne bottles, because I don't even remember what the goals we wrote on the champagne bottles were. All that to say, I loosely remember a couple of them. I haven't totally forgotten. I think we're about to cross a marker, maybe actually a couple of them, so we might be able to pop a bottle here soon. But we should probably check before that happens, because otherwise we won't know until like January, and then I'll be like, why didn't I do this when it was the right time? Right? Anyways, let's go. Let's get out of here. Well, using the Metro is definitely a different experience for a number of reasons. It's quieter in here, brighter. I feel like they fixed some lights. All the opportunities were good, and all the masks and social distancing. It's so tempting to sit. Point, you shouldn't sit. Don't do it. So many open seats, I just want to sit down, and you can't. Gotta give people space. Anyways, so far calm, well lit, lots of space, clean. Feels pretty safe. It's great.
Did you make it?
No, it was sent by a fan.
That's so cute.
So I know that there's a kettle here for me inside somewhere, but there are also a number of letters for me. One from Deutschland, 2 from the UK.
Deutschland.
This is Paul's favorite part of
It is.
life.
Fan opening.
Here, you want to open that one?
I do. It's a really cool cover.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
It's really clean. Ooh, this is a card.
Oh, exciting. Ready? Here we go.
Yeah, I want to see yours first.
Oh,
Oh,
it's a mask. I need a new one.
Yeah, you do. Oh, those are nice.
Dear Paul, hope these fit better. Joking. Dear Jay, I hope these fit better than the ones you bought. You can untie the knot on the elastic to adjust the size. Cheers.
Wow, those look
Good.
good. The patterns look really nice.
Super cool.
They've got stripes and I think paisley.
Wow.
Oh, more.
Whoa, look at Jay's in the house.
Okay, I might have to share the love on the mask front. This is amazing.
This
Jane,
is great
thank
because
you.
I've only got one and I have to watch it every day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
me too.
I might end up if you see any of these on
Oh,
any
I
of the
like that.
Peloton crews because I'm sharing the love.
I like
those
that.
are cool.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
nice and sexy. We like to.
I made you face masks. Hope that you wait. It's a little bit loose actually, but you can probably.
But yeah, you
tie
can put a
them
little
behind
tie at the back.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Very cool.
Guess what's in this one?
Oh, more masks.
Oh, this is for Kate.
Oh.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, okay.
Wait,
what is it?
It's also from Jane, I think. Here, you want to open
Okay,
that?
yeah, absolutely.
This is Kate's not here. Thank
I
you.
think it's an oversized one.
That's a very large mask, if that's
It
a
is.
mask. Oh, it's a tote bag.
Whoa,
Oh, that's
very
really nice.
cool. That is-
Jane, she's really gonna like that.
That is awesome.
Yeah. I think
Great.
she makes them with like a separately done bottom as well, so it sits
Yeah,
sits square.
nice. Yeah, no, that would be great for the market.
Really
Some-
good.
Some fruits and vegetables in there.
Jane, thank you so much.
That's awesome.
I really appreciate it. I'll make sure I get this to Kate. I owe her some coffee, so I'll put the coffee in the bag. Perfect.
Great.
Thanks to Jane. And who is the name on this
well,
one?
it doesn't actually say.
It doesn't say?
Well, it does. It says must. I don't know how to read that. You know a bit better than I do. Must be Keith.
Yeah, it must be Chris. Maybe that says. But there's an R. Must be Chris.
Must be Chris. Must be Chris.
We're debating.
Good.
Sorry if we mispronounced your name.
Yeah,
Thank you for the
must
mask.
be
They're classy.
Thanks, Chris. They're awesome.
It was sunny for a glorious half a minute, and of course now the rain's coming. Oh, and then the wind. Right as I try to film, let's get home and open this thing up. Ow. Ooh. Don't worry, I've got plans to modify the Dixie. Thank you. Among all the masks as well. Here's the thing about the masks. Oh, did I bring it? I brought it in the box. I'm excited about this. Okay, there's too much going on. I'm kind of excited about life for a moment, which is nice. I'm gonna just live in that. Because let's be honest, those moments are few and far between recently. Masks. I was thinking about this. Part of the reason that I really like, obviously the duckbill masks look ridiculous, and part of the reason that I'm really appreciative of these masks, and I know that some more of you have sent more masks just because you've told me that they're on the way, and I cannot wait to see them. And I hope that you don't mind if I share the wealth with some of my friends, like at the Peloton. Paul only has the one mask that he's been wearing this whole time and washing every day. So I gave him one of the masks because he really liked the polka dots. And I don't want to hog all the mask love. I mean, that would just be selfish of me, right? But what I was thinking about on the metro, which how many days have passed? But what I was gonna say was one of the things that I really appreciate about the masks is that it feels, I don't know, it makes me feel a little bit less awkward wearing a mask when it is comfortable and different, is special. There's something kind of fun about it. And sitting on the metro, I don't know, just having my own like personally made mask really made me feel just a little bit better, made me feel nice, you know? So thank you for that. Dixie and everybody else who sent me masks, really appreciate that so much. Chris, is it Chris? We were trying to figure out if that was actually your name or not. Maybe that's just your username. Maybe we were thinking too much about it. Maybe we're looking too deeply into it. But thank you, Jane, as well. Appreciate the thoughtfulness. And it really, I don't know, it makes me feel, it's got like a humanizing aspect to it where you're like, oh, like I actually don't look totally ridiculous wearing this thing. And like the duckbill feed bags that I've been wearing. And yeah, I don't know. Just was kind of like, it lifted my spirits a little bit. So that was nice. The box. This is from James. Thanks, James. I think James has been sick lately, so hopefully he's doing better. Hopefully you see this later, buddy. But he also sent me this knife a while back. I was literally just thinking 2 days ago, I wish I had a real kettle. Have you seen my kettle? Hold on. You've seen my kettle. It was in yesterday's video. This thing. I've had this thing for probably like 6 years. The paint on the side is rubbing off. It's kind of a ridiculous... It's not a bad kettle. It is kind of gross. I've cleaned it multiple times and, you know, it's fine. Two things about this. One, the plastic. There have been a number of people who left comments. I should probably be careful with swinging around this knife. A number of people left comments about like the whole boiling water in plastic probably not good for you thing, especially when you see how the components of it aren't necessarily, you know, long-term. The longevity of this thing, I might have used this a little bit too much. But the other side is the pouring. The pouring out of this thing is almost uncontrollable and kind of terrible. I've gotten it down to, I've figured out how to do it to a degree. But when you use a real kettle, this is coffee nerd stuff. I'm sorry, this is coffee nerd stuff. It'll be over soon, don't worry. When you use a real kettle with a real steady, like nice flow, the pour comes out in a way you can expect and fully control. Especially when you're making like a Chemex or something like that. Makes all the difference in the world. For nerds. So, I've been wanting to have, and it's just more pleasant, because part of coffee in the morning is the ritual of it, right? Like you wake up, you make your coffee, and it's not just the coffee itself, but it's the process of making it that's actually just kind of nice. And it's a good way to start the day, every day, right? You grind it, you brew it, you drink it. It's really nice. And that experience can be enhanced or detracted by the equipment that you have. And one of the major pieces of equipment that enhances or detracts the experience is the kettle. And I've been wanting a real kettle for years. I mean, for a long, long time. It's just one of those things that I haven't felt like justified in purchasing. Although I was getting to the point where I was just going to have to do it. And then, I didn't know this was coming, but James apparently bought this from a local roaster, Belleville, whose coffee the Peloton sometimes serves. And the only reason I know what it is because they told me that it was here, and this is great. Okay, there's some other things about this too. I'm waiting to see which model it is before I say what I was going to say. Hold on. This is the worst unboxing video you've ever watched. Now, what's great about this is that you can also control the temperature. Here's another random thing. That kettle, I boil. You boil, that's it. It's on, off. It's on until it boils and then it turns off. You don't necessarily want to make your coffee. I said this is going to be over quickly. Apparently I lied. You don't want to make your coffee with pure, like actually boiling water. You want it to be a few degrees centigrade lower than that, depending on what you're making, how you're making it, and then it's just one of those factors that you can control for to make your coffee taste better. It's a thing that I can't control with that guy. Ain't happening. This guy is happening. It's got this nice gooseneck for some delightful watery flow. Look at that ergonomic handle. Let's just take it out of the box. Why are we doing this? I told you this is the worst unboxing you'd ever seen. Didn't really mean it. It's got all kinds of instructions on the outside. It is mildly concerning that it's called an EKG. We're gonna ignore that. Plug. Base. Oh man. And the other nice thing about this is, if I decide to leave it out, it's actually like pretty, right? Like this is not only functional, also hashtag not sponsored. This is not only functional, theoretically, quite beautiful as well. Let go of Red Rover, let my lid go, you jerk. Don't need to brew the paper. Just look at this. Caution, kettle is hot when on or in use. Yeah, anyways, this thing is just naturally prettier, right? Like, look at that. It's a nice matte black, which is totally my thing. It's nice, it's balanced, it feels good, and when you put water in it and you pour, it looks great. Maybe I'll make a cup of coffee here this afternoon and I'll show you in real time. But now, if I want to leave this out, it just classes up the joint. That thing, appreciate it. I'm glad it exists. I'm not trying to knock it because without it, my life would have been demonstrably worse. But this thing, a little difference. Looks a lot nicer, classier, yeah. Anyways, thank you, James and family, the Arthur family, for sending this to me because I've wanted one of these for so long, and this might be the single best thing you've ever sent me. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it so very much. I'm really excited to use this. That was a really long, and that was like almost unnecessarily long. Hopefully I can cut that down to something useful, but I'm gonna have to make a cup of coffee. I haven't had lunch yet. It's like 2 p.m. and I still haven't had lunch. So let me have lunch and then I'll make a cup of coffee. Food will help. Whoa. Look at it, like it's mirrored. Look at how magically pure the inside of this. Look at that. You can see yourself. Look, that's what you look like in the vlogo world, in the vlogosphere. Crazy. Ah. It can tell what temperature it is. Look at that. It's 21 degrees Celsius. It's currently 21, 22, I guess. Oh, it's already heating up. Oh, look at it go. I set it to, I don't even know what's happening. I just turned it on. Is it really warming up? This thing's magical. Wow. Look at it go. You can hear it getting warmer. I better grind some beans. It's gonna be boiled so fast. Look at it, and it's holding the temperature. So now it's fine. It's just gonna sit there while I finish grinding. This is magic. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited right now. Let's give it a try. That was so deeply satisfying. The thing that I just realized as I was doing this, I probably should have at least rinsed the kettle out before, whatever, the boiling will kill whatever dust was inside. Anyways, it's so cool, and it automatically reheats the water because the water drops a couple degrees. I don't know if you noticed that, but as you're pouring, it cools a little bit, and so as soon as you put it back down, brings it back up to hold the temperature. It's so cool. Thanks again, James. Also, the patron producer of today's episode was Mark Lesher. Mark, thanks for pitching in yourself. I really appreciate that. Thanks to everybody for the masks, the kettle. Today was like a mini Christmas, and I really appreciate it. A pre-birthday. And by golly, you perked my spirits up. It's been, obviously, for all of us, quite the stretch lately. And as you might have been able to tell, that kettle got me super excited, and it fits the aesthetic of the room really well. The cable's a little bit short, so I may not leave it. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna find a home for it, don't you worry. But in the meantime, I'm certainly gonna drink some delicious coffee. Anyways, I hope you're doing well wherever it is that you are. And I'll see you again tomorrow, bright and early, for another one of these delightful videos of who knows what, because we're doing them every day. They're never gonna be the same twice. That's just the way it is. No day is the same, ever. Ah, so good.